Good morning. Hello, and how are you? I'm just fine. I'm just fine. And I hope that you are too. Good morning, friends, and welcome to my backyard. I thought it would be special today if we did our whole circle outside. You'll find out why I chose to do that after we do our calendar and see what day it is. January, February, March, and April, May and June, July and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. We are in April. Let's see how many days we've had in April. We're getting close to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. What comes after 21? 22. Can you guess what I will need to write to make a 22? A 2 next to a 2. 22. 22. Our year has some 2's in it. 2020. Yesterday was Tuesday. After Tuesday comes Wednesday. So today is April 22nd, 2020, and it's a Wednesday. Today is Earth Day. That's why I thought it would be fun to spend our circle time outside to celebrate Earth Day. I hope that you'll get outside in the earth today too. Our season, spring, and the weather today, wow. These skies are so blue, there's not a cloud in sight. It's going to be a very sunny day today. Feels a little cool this morning, that's why I'm wearing my sweater. But I think it's gonna warm up to be in the 70s. The 70s is really warm for spring. I think it will be a nice day to go outside and enjoy the weather. All right, so, like I said, today is Earth Day. So I thought we would talk about some ways that we can take care of the earth, because that's our job. We live on this planet, so we should take care of it. Just like in our classroom, we work in that classroom, so we take care of it. So, this book is going to help us learn a couple more things about how to take care of our earth. It's called the 3 R's. I'm not going to tell you what the 3 R's are yet. Do you know the letter R? It is the first letter in 3 words that teach us different ways to fight pollution. It is the R in reduce, reuse, recycle. Reuse means to use, that doesn't say reuse. What does that say? Reduce. Reduce means to use less, to not use too much. Reuse means to use something again and again instead of throwing it away when you're done the first time. And recycle means to turn something into something else instead of throwing it away. So we can reuse things that are still in good shape. Like this sweater. This sweater was a hand-me-down. A hand-me-down is when you give somebody clothes that don't fit you anymore and you give them to someone new. We can reduce the amount of things we throw away, such as paper cups. Maybe instead of using a paper cup, you could use a glass cup, because that doesn't need to be thrown away. That can be reused. And we can recycle old things to make new ones, such as a sock puppet. Here's a picture of some puppets that these kids made. They took old things that they might have thrown in the trash, and instead They recycled them. They turned them into something new. The things that we put into our trash can, they go to the landfill. Have you ever been to the landfill? I have. It's a place where there's a big mountain and they put your trash on top of it, and the trash keeps piling up and the mountain gets bigger. But we want to try to reduce our waste. We want to put as little things as possible into the trash can because we don't want to have too much in our landfill. There are other places where things can go so that our landfill doesn't get larger. So like at this school, the ways that they reduce waste is they use both sides of the paper. When you're doing art, you can use your paper 2 times. You can draw something on one side, and then you can draw something on the other side. That way you're not using too many pieces of paper. Uh-oh. Don't want all my papers to blow away and then litter my backyard. Littering is not good for the environment either. That's when trash is just thrown out into nature. I don't want to litter. Here are things that people are reusing. At this home, there's a big brother and a little brother. And when the big brother gets too big for his clothes, he gives them to the little brother as a hand-me-down. That way we're reusing the clothes for more years. A way that you can reduce your waste is by not using too much water and not leaving the lights on. So at this house, they take care of their planet by making sure they turn the water off and it's not dripping out of the faucet. And they turn the lights off when they're done in that room. When this family goes shopping, they bring their own bags. That's a way to reuse bags and not have to take the plastic bags from the store. Because sometimes plastic bags and other trash, if people litter and they leave it out in nature, the wind can come and blow it, or it can get put into the water, like the rivers, and the trash will go down, and then the trash ends up in our oceans. And then sometimes the animals, they think that the plastic bags are jellyfish and they try to eat them. And do you think eating a plastic bag is good for anybody's body? So these kids, they went to the beach and they're picking up trash because they don't want the wildlife to be harmed by the trash in the oceans. Let's see. Okay. Oh, last thing. So, recycling. Part of recycling is when you turn one thing into a new thing. And sometimes you can do that at your house by making things with other things, which I'll explain more later. But another way to recycle is if you do a recycling bin at your house. Do you have a recycling bin at your house? I do. And in my recycling bin, I put the things that are recyclable, such as plastic, like plastic bottles, or paper, newspapers, or cans. Don't have any cans on there. Or, oh, here we go. Like tin cans and glass. Those things can go in the recycling, and then they go to the recycling plant where they are turned in to new pieces of paper, or new cans, or new cardboard. Isn't that neat? I'm thankful we have recycling at our house. I'll show you. In my kitchen, I have this little poster, and it shows what is recyclable. Metal cans, plastic containers, paper, and glass. Those things can all go into the recycling, and that's the recycling symbol. I like to have this taped up next to my recycling bin so that my family always knows what we can recycle. Because remember, the less stuff we put in our trash can, the less stuff goes to the landfill. So it's helpful to recycle. All right. So I showed you our 3 R's. Let's remember them. Reduce, use less. Reuse, use again and again and again. Recycle, turn something into something new. So I'm gonna show you some items and you're gonna try to guess if I am reducing, reusing, or recycling. All right, so this used to be a container that had yogurt in it. When I finished eating the yogurt, I cleaned it, and now I use it for my lunch. When I pack my lunch for school, sometimes I'll put grapes in here or little crackers. So what am I doing with this? I'm reusing. Sometimes you might have jars at your house, and instead of throwing them away or even recycling them, you could reuse them to be used again and again. Reuse. All right. At my house, I have this sign that says, "Please turn the light off." This is to help me and Billy remember to turn the light off when we leave a room. What do you think this is helpful for? Reduce. We're reducing the amount of electricity we're using. That's helpful for our earth too. What about this sign? I showed you this sign. This is for recycling. This is to help me remember what to put in the recycling container. What about, at my house, we take our old Ziploc baggies and we clean them in the sink with soap and water, and we hang them up to dry, and we use them again. We are reusing. All right, this is something I made a long time ago. I had an old broken picture frame, and I found this cool stick that I thought looked like a tree. I recycled. Instead of throwing the picture frame away, I turned it into a piece of art. Recycle. And when I go to the grocery store, I like to bring these special bags to put my produce in, or to put some dried rice in, put my groceries in. This is a way to be helpful because then I don't need to take those plastic bags. I'm reducing the amount of bags that I'm using, and I'm reusing my cloth bags. Something else. This sign. Put it by the sink that says, "Please do not waste water." I'm reducing the amount of water that we use by reminding us to turn it off when we're done. What else? When I get the mail, I take the old envelopes, and instead of putting them in the trash or the recycling, I use them for paper, and I write my grocery lists down, or I write letters to Billy on it. That's a way to reuse, instead of just putting it in the trash, or putting it in the recycling. And the last one, this is a fun one. At our house, we keep all of our eggshells when we're done eating our eggs, and then we crumble them up and put them in our garden. That's a good way to reuse and recycle. All right. I'm gonna teach you a song now. It's about ways we can help the earth. You might recognize the tune. It's a song that we sing a lot on here. Do you know that song? That's the tune for The More We Get Together. We're going to do that same tune, but different words. Reduce, reuse, recycle, recycle, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. 'Cause your trash and my trash make up way too much trash. Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. Did you hear that? We want to reduce, reuse, and recycle so we don't have too much trash. Because when all of our trash goes to the landfill, it's a lot of trash. We'll sing it one more time. This time you can sing with me. I'll hold up the signs. Reduce, reuse, recycle, recycle, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. 'Cause my trash and your trash make up way too much trash. Hey! Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's easy to do. Did you guys see that? That was a guest appearance by my cat Murphy. I'm sure that some of you have heard that Murphy is not very nice to me. He just attacked me for no reason. Shoo, kitty, shoo. Shoo, get out of here. Uh-oh, he looked at me. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a fun art project that you could make today that would help you recycle something in your house. Does anyone know what these used to be? Toilet paper rolls. When all the toilet paper is done on the roll, you can use these to make something new. And I'm gonna show you something you can make today that might be fun when you're outside. So I have 2 toilet paper rolls. I have some tape, or you could use glue. I have a hole puncher, but you could also use scissors. I have scissors. I have some kind of string. And then I have some decorative paper. But if you don't have decorative paper, you could just color on a piece of white paper, and that would become your decorative paper. All right, so first I'm going to tape together the toilet paper rolls. If you have glue, that actually might work better. Taping them there, and I'm taping them here. So now they're stuck together. I'm going to use the decorative paper. I need to cut it to make my creation a little more beautiful. Doesn't that look nice? So I need to tape the paper on. Can you guess what I'm making? Might start to look like something you recognize. All right, you guessed it. I'm making my own binoculars. Punched a hole in one side, and then another one on the other side. And now I need string so that I can wear them around my neck. And today, since it's Earth Day and it is so beautiful outside, I'm going to sit outside and watch the birds. Even though I don't live in the woods, I just live in the city, I can see lots of wildlife in my yard. I can see blue jays, cardinals. I've been hearing some woodpeckers. And actually, yesterday a bear walked through my yard. I don't think I'd want to be out here when the bear's here, though. I think these will be great for bird watching. So see how I made a new toy out of old things. Instead of just throwing these away or recycling them, I reused them. My own set of binoculars. All right. Now, before we end today, we need to do our sign language. Let's review the letters we already know. A. bug. Today, I'm going to do this letter. What sound does this letter make? If you put your hand here, you can feel the air. And to do a in sign language, take 2 fingers, point them this way. I had a bouncing letter. It was a horse who was really great. She came into the house and down the hall. She gave a big hug to us all. Horse, house, hall, hug. Okay, we'll do it one more time. I had a bouncing letter. It was a horse who was really great. She came into the house and down the hall. She gave a big hug to us all. What's a sweet story? Wow, we've gotten all the way to in the alphabet. We'll be knowing all of them before you know it. All right, last thing we're gonna do today is our goodbye poem. I'm gonna stand up today. Oh, I guess, no, just kidding. I'll be on my knees so you can see. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Gotta go, buffalo. See you soon, raccoon. Be sweet, parakeet. Take care, polar bear. In a shape, garter snake. Hit the road, happy toad. Can't stay, blue jay. Bye-bye, butterfly. Give a hug, ladybug. Toodaloo, kangaroo. Time to scoot, little newt. Till then, penguin. Adios, hippos. Hasta mañana, iguana. Give a kiss, goldfish. Get in line, porcupine. Out the door, dinosaur. On the bus, octopus. To your house, quiet mouse. Our group time now ends, so goodbye, my dear friends. I hope you have a really beautiful Earth Day, and I hope that you think of ways that you and your family can help our planet Earth.